Hey smokers, Drugga1 here. Today we're going to be doing some network testing with the Windows 95 machine. So here on the right I have the Windows 95 machine, and on the left here I have the Windows 98 machine. Now they are hooked up together via this broadband router, which has no Wi-Fi capabilities. And here we can actually see the two devices. We have the Windows 95 machine at this IP address and Win98 at the other IP address. So they're both plugged into the same network and they're networked together. Case closed, pretty much. Not too much else we can test. That's pretty much shows that not only are they on the network, but you can actually see that it's pulling some information from those computers to get their host names. So what we're going to do now is just make them ping each other. Now the weird thing is the ipconfig command here works, but if you try ipconfig on the Windows 95 machine, that command is not even available. So, but this can still ping. So what I can do is I can ping this machine .10.102. So that works. So ping 192.168.10.102-t, so it won't stop. And then this should be 101, so .10.101-t. And they're now pinging each other, so they can actually have information going back and forth. So not a big deal. It's good. We got the network drivers working. We can see everything there. Now, when I try to go to the router page on the Windows 95 machine, it just gets an error for a 1, I guess, because it can't handle the dialog for the password entry. Now, I have both of these machines running at 800 by 600 just so it's easier to see since there's two monitors on screen right now. So things are going to look a little bigger. It's not going to be native resolution. It's just for your benefit. So I keep thinking I can push my mouse over to the other monitor, but I can't. So, of course, we're going to do a quick test with Unreal to see if that works. Now, of course, Unreal Gold will look better on this one. This one actually started up faster, oddly. Anyway, not that important. Want to set this to fine LAN games. We want this to host. So we're going to start a co-op game. And on this, there it is. It just works instantly. I don't have any player information set up on this. And their just name is player, so there you go. So we can see each other, we can shoot at each other. It's not competitive, but you get the idea. One just looks better than the other. And yeah, so we got the nothing you haven't already seen before with LAN party stuff, but shows that 95 and 98 can communicate with each other. Yeah, it's been pretty easy so far, but what's tough is setting up shared folders. Yeah, that's pretty much an impossible, insurmountable task, but pretty much has to start by creating a folder. So apparently I was looking right at it, and I guess I ignored it. So it's under network, file and print sharing. I want to be able to give others access to my files. That's it. I'm done. Oh shit. Well, I should have the entire contents of the Windows 98 disk on my drive already. Win98 CD. There we go. Yes, well, we got to turn on shared folders on here as well. So let's see if we can do exactly the same thing while that's restarting. Network. File and print sharing. Others access to my files. Okay, and look, it's the exact same thing, but the Windows 95 version. So, I don't remember what it was. Win95 OSR2. / Win95. That should be everything there, dude. Oh, it's just W95 OSR2. So hopefully these will still be able to start up when I'm done. Well, this one did, clearly. So now I think it actually will allow you to right-click on this and then go to sharing. I don't think this was here before. So you can share it as share name. '98 share. I think I'll just have it be Win 98 share. 98 machine shared folder. Access type full. Full access password. I think you know what that's going to be. Okay. So here, let's sign in. We do exactly the same thing, not different at all. Exactly the same. Share name. Win95 share. Windows 95 machine shared folder. Full. Okay, so now we should be sharing. As you can see, they both have the hands underneath them. Might have to be watching this in HD to see that, but they're both there. So now what? How do we get into the shared folders in the first place? How do we connect to them? They're hosted. So there's a little thing called Network Neighborhood somewhere. I don't know. I don't remember where it is. Oh, it's right here. It's on the desktop. It was sort of its own kind of location. So, and here's Network Neighborhood on 95. And on there we can see both the Windows 95 machine and Win98. Let's actually change Win98 to... Can I change the host name? Do I need to go to network to change the host name? Okay. It needs to copy files to change the name, and I need to restart my... Fuck. Alright. Just a little OCD thing we didn't need to worry about, but... Sure, restart, see what happens. Well, it didn't need to do a full restart, just needed to restart Windows itself. You might be wondering why there's an iPod on the screen. It is because I was using it for sound from the Windows 95 machine, because I didn't have any speakers connected, so I was using that as the speakers, and there's an iPod in here, but it's mighty puttied in there. So, yeah. Well, I really wish I didn't do this. Like, we were right on the cusp of having this work, and I had to do this weird restart procedure. I don't know if it's gonna work or not. I can't really reach the reset button with I hit it with my toe. There we go. Hopefully it doesn't freak out on me afterwards. Don't need safe mode. It's gonna be fine. If I refresh this on the right here, it's gonna load a little bit, and it's gonna look. And it doesn't actually see the Windows 98 machine yet. So let's keep refreshing until we see it. See if it loads the service. There it is. So that's how long it took. So now we see the Windows 95 machine and the Windows 98 machine in both places. Let's take a look at the network neighborhood over here. So let's have this one look at the 95 machine, and then have this one look at the 98 machine. And there's the Windows 98 machine there. So we need to put in the password for the Windows 98 machine. I can save the password in the password list. I'm going to uncheck that for now. Okay, so it gives me root access to the hard disk on the Windows 98 machine. So that's not scary at all. So what would be interesting is if you could actually run programs off of the Windows 98 machine, because I have some things installed out there that I don't have installed on the 95 machine. So maybe if we're really gutsy, I could just play Rayman off of the other computer. Or not. So, okay, how about games? We got Descent 2. That might work. Maybe not. It looks like it's just the installer for it. Mod plug player. Do not have this on Windows 95. Oh, hey, look at that. I can load the program that doesn't exist on this computer. It's only over here. Just load it over via shared files. We don't have anything in it right now. Got some scave in here. Now, I have no idea if this is playing, but I'm seeing the VU meter running here. So that's loading that totally off the network. I don't know what happens if you unplug the cable, but I guess we can try that. So let's log in over here into the 95 machine. And now we have the Windows 95 machine thing here. So I have a ZDoom folder. Can I run ZDoom off, oh god, off of the 95 machine while I'm playing music off the 98 machine, and it's just... This was actually really easy to set up. Well, alright. Works for me. There's a little bit of weird corruption going on here, but... You know, that's working. So what if we're in the middle of, like, playing the game and playing the music, and I unplug the router? Because, I mean, this is them networking. This is software that's on this computer, and this is music that's on this computer. So what happens? Well, first I would have to plug the speaker in so I can tell when these things are actually having a problem. So hang in there. Okay, so it's much louder to me than it is to you. So we have the Hamster Ball music playing off of the 98 machine, and we got Doom being played off of the 95 machine. So you can sort of hear both of them. So what happens when I pull the plug? Oh shit. Let's actually go back over here for a second. Okay, I'm gonna do it. Right with the music. It's unplugged. So it must have it still, whoa, must have it still cached over here. So they're not networked anymore. Uh-oh. Doom froze up. Lost it. It's gone. So now we're just waiting for the cache to run out on this. Uh-oh. So it must have loaded the whole song into RAM over here. I guess that was not the best thing to demonstrate. But if I try to skip around... Well, that's pretty impressive. I did lock it up because I tried to drag over files that were not accessible. These files are only on the 98 machine. So I may have crashed the whole... Nope. Well, I crashed this. Certainly. So that's gone. Try to open this again. I can't. Can't open that again. Explorer's frozen. I don't see... I can't go in here anymore. Now, back out here. Yeah, so now it's not connected anymore. So it makes Doom lock up. Makes my resolution fucked as well. But that really should have come as no surprise. I was hoping for something a little bit more dramatic than that, but oh well. But let's go ahead and oh, that's gone. So let me plug the network device back in. If we go to network neighborhood, at least on this one, which still works, refresh it, we'll just see our... Well, that's weird. I still see the 98 machine on there. It's going to let me connect to it. Nope. Okay, so let's plug it back in. Now it's back in. Can I connect to it now? I can. And let's see, we can even probably access some files while we're here. While this is crashed, mind you, it's still hosting these files. So, what do we got in Sega? Sonic Cd. Can I play me some Sonic? No, that's an icon. Can I look at the loading screen? Nope. How about this? Nope. This? No. Now there are some things in here. No. Okay. I mean, I'm looking, still able to look through files. I mean, obviously we can see the little Sonic there. Sonic R. Can we play some Sonic R? Hey! I don't believe it. Not gonna have any music because it's CD music. But I do not have this game installed on Windows 95. It is just taking it out of the shared folder. Oh my god. Dude, why is everything like locked? Because I don't have a CD in, probably. So if I put the CD in, are you telling me it's gonna work? Back? How do we back? Okay, so it is able to load sound effects off of the... So it's able to load sound effects, obviously. It's able to load the game, even though it's hard frozen over here. I can't move the mouse. Keyboard doesn't do anything. Still hosting the shared folders, which is kind of remarkable. Let's see how long I can do that for. We got MS Kids. Can we run 3D Body? I mean, oh. What? Let's go 256 color just to... Okay. Needs a CD, alright. So we're going back again. 16-bit. Okay, alright. We've got Rayman 2. I do have Rayman 2 and Tonic Trouble both installed on the 95 machine. What happens if I launch from a totally different directory on a totally different machine? Will it use the other save game? Okay. So, that's understandable. How about Rayman 2? That's the icon. What? What? I clicked Rayman 2 and it brought up the Lego Racers. I know what happened. It was, if you go into the CD here, there's something called setup.bmp, and that has the Lego Racers icon So if I had the Rayman icon, if I had the Rayman disc in there, it would have brought up the Rayman Ubisoft logo. So yeah, apparently for some reason this says look for the CD and pull the BMP file off of it and display it, and then check to see if the CD's in there. So interesting order of operations at least. Yeah, I don't actually have a lot of games installed on either of these. I could probably do that in another video where we just do nothing but install games on both of these computers so that they have more stuff that we can test and try out. Because right now I really don't have that much stuff. One thing we could look at though would be the desktop. Go to My Documents. Not a lot there. Windows Desktop. Can I play the MIDI files? Yep. Yep. Play them right off the desktop off of this computer. Without skipping a beat either. It's just like, BAM! Yeah, so that's cool. We've got Z-Doom. But so yeah, let's... Actually, maybe Z-Doom was over here. Because it is on the desktop? Because there should be Z-Doom in the... Yeah, this Z-Doom. So this Z-Doom should work. No? Okay, maybe not. So I actually had something that could only run on Windows 98 on the 95 machine, and I ran it over there. Okay. So that's interesting. Alright. What other stuff we got? So some of these will only link to things that I have installed, like Lego Creator. These are just other stuff I don't have installed. How about, we got Frogger, we got Frogger 2, we got Croc 2. I could try running. So let's go to Croc 2. Now Croc 2 would not work on Windows 98. In the stream, when I streamed Croc 2, that video may come out sooner or later, I don't know when, but I created a no CD hack of Croc 2, so it should be Croc 2 no CD. And it actually works. Jesus Christ, this horrible game. So it does not work over here, it just launches and crashes over here. We're still crashed, we're still hard locked over here, and we're still pulling files off of it. We're running the game off of a crashed machine. Yeah, let's see if we can actually play the game. So I have no save slots, because obviously it didn't work before. What is that sound I'm hearing? It's a churning sound. Sounds like a washing machine, but much higher pitch. Oh, it's a buffer loop. It's coming from the speaker. I think it may have crashed before I even had a chance to do anything. Now they're both crashed. Well, let's restart the 95 machine and leave this crashed. So let's go back to the network neighborhood. And let's see the entire network. No? Did it finally crash for good? Can I not see it anymore? I can't even see my own network share, and it's definitely there. MC, I should at least be able to see that. Maybe we need to wait for it to start the thing. Let's make sure we can ping the other computer. Yep, it's definitely working. We're pingable. Let's make sure I can ping myself. Okay. Alright. So something's working still. So let's take another look at this. Network neighborhood. There's the Windows 95 machine. I can see that. Where's the Windows 98 machine? I don't know. I think we lost it. Yep, I think we lost it. It did crash and disconnect, fully crash this time. while we were playing Croc, although I didn't get to gameplay yet. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to restart it. Okay, so F5 on the 95 machine, and there's a Windows 98 machine. So let's go in here. Oh, fine, I'll let it save the password, whatever. That might have been what fucked it up before. So we want to go to Program Files. I go to Croc 2. Now, if I try to launch Croc 2 on here, it doesn't work. It just crashes. So the same set of files is working on this machine, but not the other one. So go figure. Now, did it keep my save game? I don't know. Okay, it crashed before it could create the save. We're still working over here. So this is where it crashed last time. Yeah, I think it crashed again, so I don't think it can load quite that much, but hey, it's pretty impressive how far I got so far. Okay. Sign in there. See if we can play something else off the 95 machine. Yeah, this is nasty zone here. Okay. We're powering that off. And apparently powering it back on. This is not going to connect because it was crashed. And that's crashing because this crashed. Oh god. Scan it. I don't care. Oh, there it goes. Almost fell asleep over here. Keep reloading it until I see it. There it is. Okay. So let's connect to this. Okay. We got in program files. We've got plus. Not a lot. We got Lego Media. Lego Racers, but both of those are already installed, so that could cause some problems. So now that we can see files, these are the files on the 95 machine. What we're going to do is we're going to see if we can see files populating on the 95 machine over here. And see, this is what I'm going to be installing on this machine. Now, it crashed before, and I'm not sure if it's going to successfully install. But we'll find out pretty soon here. Install this. And continue. Now, some of this may already be installed because we have Microsoft games, we have Age of Empires, but it's not as big as it should be because it didn't finish. It's 48 megs, so that's far below the full 227. So, create game folders. Now we're going to go in here. Now we won't see too much pop up here. Right now it's copying over these guys right here. It's copying this. It's copying files that are already there. The file size, I don't know if you can see it at the bottom here, is changing to reflect the size of the folder. Every time I click, I'll just hold down F5 and it'll freak out. It's sort of going up and down in file size. I don't know why. And now we're at 55 megs, 57, 58, 59, 60, 65, 66, 67, 70, and I think it crashed because I can't refresh anymore. I can't click on any of these. Explorer's crashed, but the system is not crashed. So yeah, I don't know what's up with this CD and why it keeps crashing, but yeah, I think that was pretty interesting. We could see the free space or the amount of used space increase. So that's definitely interesting, and to see that we can see that in semi-real time while a program's installing. Basic file sharing for you. Something that I've just never done before on operating systems this old. Next week we're probably going to be looking at file sharing of some description between the 95 machine and the Ultimate DOS machine. Don't know how well that's going to work, but I'll have to see if I can get this Age of Empires stuff fixed first. I'll see you guys next time.